Dubious ones, welcome back to the channel for some AEW Fight Forever and the future of AEW games. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, we have had a little article that dropped from Insider Gaming here that I'm going to go over. This was an article written by Mike Straw of Insider Gaming saying, exclusive AEW strongly considering new partner for future AEW games. The future of AEW video games is currently hangs in the balance. Multiple sources have told me that the decision makers at AEW are strongly considering finding a new development partner moving forward. This comes after numerous issues surrounding the game's development. AEW knows that the things didn't go well or didn't go the way they expected. One source said the game was over budget and it underdelivered when it came out. It has AEW strongly considering moving to a new developer for their future games. AEW Fight Forever launched in June 2023 to mixed response. While the gameplay was fun and easy to pick up, the lack of depth and various bugs was a turnoff for many players in April 2024. Insider Gaming was told that there was pressure on the developers to deliver something faster than what it should have been. Now AEW is trying to figure out where to go with their games. The original contract with Ukes called for 1 year of post-launch updates, which came in the form of 4 season passes that added wrestlers, moves, game modes, and venues. The last DLC pack came out in July, adding Jay White to the roster. There have been talks for releasing recently signed wrestlers Will Ospreay, as you can see from a mod in this video here, what that might look like if you were to get him in the game. Kazuchika Okada and Mercedes Moné to the game's roster, but it's unclear where those talks between AEW and Ukes stand at the current moment. The sources who spoke on the condition of anonymity say that the primary focus is around the gaming future as a whole. Everything is on the table, Insider Gaming was told. There were some positives with the Ukes relationship, and some feel that with a foundation in place, another game could make things better rather than giving up after one attempt. I agree wholeheartedly, 100%. World Tour was so many times better than WCW versus the World on the PlayStation, and then WCW NWO Revenge was so much better than World Tour, and then WrestleMania 2000 was so much better than Revenge, and then finally we got No Mercy, which was so much better than WrestleMania 2000, and the virtual pro wrestling games thrown in between. But the best iteration we got was the final No Mercy iteration, and it took years to develop on that engine. The engine was fun and it was great at the start, and they just kept on working on it, and I think this game has a wonderful foundation, as it is fun to play. There are just some balancing that needs to happen. They need an extensive creation suite with community creations. They need crossplay, and they need, a litany of other things: new match types, new modes, a real end game, some real replayability in a story mode. So a lot of things that could be iterated on, a proper backstage area, a lot of things that they could easily add into a sequel to this game now that the foundation is already in place. So that is something I would like to see. Rather than a new developer take over, I would like to see an AEW Fight Forever 2 that is just bigger, better, and badder than ever before, and for us to really get what we all wanted, which was really a sequel to a No Mercy style, Here Comes the Pain style game. We didn't really get that from Fight Forever. We got the core engine, which really felt similar to that No Mercy feel, with some tweaks and differences here and there. But, an iteration on that engine, which players have been craving for so long, which is the best part of the game. The engine's the best part. Nobody cared for the mini games. Nobody really cared for the story mode. It was a glorified training mode for your creator wrestler just to get their stats all crazy. But it wasn't great. So if they were just able to tweak and improve upon the things they have, give us a real proper creation suite with all the bells and whistles, as Ukes gave us the whole entire creation suite as we know it today in all modern wrestling games, that all came from Ukes. So they're the ones who instituted community creations. So it shouldn't be hard for them to give us what we want from a wrestling game. But to continue here, but you can't argue that there are concerns on how things went in the final year of the game's development, and that is for sure. Issues from the start, issues with Ukes and AEW date back to before Fight Forever was released. There was a lot of butting heads between both sides, including involving AEW Executive Vice President Kenny Omega. At one point, I was told Omega was frustrated to the point of hating working with Ukes, while others felt that Ukes was trying to take advantage of Omega due to his inexperience around helping with game development. No one was really happy when the game came out. A source said even before launch, internal talks stated about whether to continue with the game with Ukes, bring it over to a new developer, and either build on what's been done or start from scratch, or leave the console market and continue to focus on mobile. That's a scary thought. A lot of people in the company want another shot with a console game, but it only matters if the one signing the checks wants to trust them again. When asked where that sits, I was told no one knows. AEW owns the rights to build for Fight Forever, rights to the build for Fight Forever. It's built using Unreal Engine 4 and can bring it over to a new developer if they wanted to build on top of what is made. It's unlikely that after Fight Forever went well over budget and didn't turn a profit, the company would look to have another game built from scratch. But that comes down to the kind of deal made with a new partner. It's important to clarify that these are currently in the discussion stage. No final decision has been made by AEW regarding a new partner or if there will even be a new game anytime soon. There are feelers out to some of the larger developers in the space, including some obvious ones, to see what the interest in wrestling games are. It was said they are doing their due diligence before any decisions are made. What do you think of the future holds for AEW video games? I want to know in the comments as well. What are your thoughts? Do you think getting an EA involved or some other developer, maybe a smaller developer, taking over the reins to an AEW video game would be a solution? I definitely don't think you want to take someone else's engine and have a new developer work on it, because that takes so long to iterate on. We remember what happened when 2K took over Ukes' engine from 2K19, what 2K20 looked like, and how many years it took us just to get to the state we're in 2K24. I don't think 22 was great. It was lacking a lot of things. 23 was better. 24 is still better yet. But you know the issues I have with the 2K series if you've been following on the channel. But I definitely don't think a new developer with the same engine is the answer, in my opinion. In an ideal world, I would just like to see Fight Forever get iterated on from where it is and just have them continue with this engine and just give us the best possible game. You've already paid, you've got the engine there, you've got the moves in, you can add more moves, add to the Create a Wrestler, give us a proper Create a Wrestler, proper community creations and a creation suite. Give us all the bells and whistles now. We've got the core engine in place. The core engine was fun. Now give us all the bells and whistles. Give us our crossplay. Give us our community creations. Give us all that stuff. Let us have, mods like this Will Ospreay available on the community creations for people to download. Because, hey, look how awesome he looks versus the creator wrestlers you're actually able to create in this game. You know what I'm saying? So we need a lot more out of this. When I heard a live service wrestling game, I expected proper balance passes and patches and things that would improve upon the game, get a proper creation suite out there. But instead, we got like 2 to 3 characters maybe per DLC and maybe a game mode that were half-baked, terrible. So I hated all the DLC that came to this game because to me, I was promised live service. And this to me is no different than the annual season passes you get with WWE games. But with those games, you get way more wrestlers per pack. You're getting 5, 6, 7 wrestlers per pack. This game gave you far less. I just thought that the game really fell short, and I was really disappointed because I love the core engine. The core engine of this game, quite a lot of fun. The weapons, quite a lot of fun. So I really think that for me personally, I would like to see this engine worked on and built on, personally. But let me know in the comments section down below what you would like to see. Do you want to see a new company take over this game? Or would you rather that see them stick with Ukes and see what Ukes can do with it? Either way, dubious ones, I appreciate you all for watching. I will catch you all in the next one. Deuces.